Welcome back as we are set for game number 2. My name is David Smith, joined alongside Alec Krauthamel, and I think this is the game everybody was most excited for. Ortho-New Jersey, Stearns Trailer in a game for second place and the number 2 overall seed in the playoffs. Both teams have obviously something to play for. Ortho-New Jersey has Jagan Mosley back, which is huge. Also added Ray Salnave, who was big on last year's squad. And then Stearns Trailer right now only has 5, but 5 very good players.
Absolutely. Those 5 guys, Gene Campbell, Parker Dortch, Devin Bennett, David Coit, and Anthony Selby, all those guys are solid. Coit is back after missing last game. He has been a rising star in just a couple of matchups for Stearns as just an instant offense piece.
Eamon tries the left hook, no good, rebounded by Bennett. Selby leaves it in for Selby as he lays it in for 2. Pappas, screen by Eamon, rolls. Can't get that left-handed hook to go. Eamon 0 for 2 to start the game. Rebounded by Anthony Selby. Campbell tries the 3. He gets it to go. Quick start for Stearns Trailer.
Yeah, Gene Campbell hasn't been here these last couple of games for Stearns as well. Having him back is huge for this guard rotation for Stearns.
Mosley. A lot of contact there. Didn't get the call, but finishes through it anyway. Mosley, a huge impact player for this Ortho-New Jersey team. Came over from Seashore Auto. He's a current overseas professional. Most recently played in Denmark. Was a 2-year starter at Georgetown. He was also the New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year during the 2015-2016 season at St. Anthony's under Coach Dan Hurley. Bennett with it. Salnave defending. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Big Mike Eamon. Pappas pushing, pulls up deep in transition, no good. The rebound goes to Stearns as that floater is good by Parker Dortch.
Yeah, Dortch, another one of those athletic forwards, mostly plays the 4, plays above the rim, whether he's going at it on offense, and he's a great rebounder as well.
Eamon back to Dunn. Dunn the triple, no good. Rebounded by Bennett. Diggy Coit bringing it up. Coit has Salnave defending, whole step back, 3, good!
That's been sorry Dave, that's been Coit's go-to move, that sidestep 3 from the top of the key. It's been cash for every single game pretty much he's played here.
Little James Harden-esque. As that one is blocked out of bounds. Great start here for Stearns Trailer. Ortho really gonna have to pick it up. Mosley leaves it for Pappas. Pappas the corner 3, gets it to go. We know when George Pappas gets hot, it's really tough to stop him. Dropped 40 last time out against WCT. And the foul. Parker Dortch lays it up and in for Stearns Trailer. Looks like they're having a really tough time defending the 3 big set of Parker Dortch, Devin Bennett, and Anthony Selby.
Yeah, absolutely. And a part of the threat that Ortho-New Jersey's guards have is that, aside from Eamon and as well as Conniff, who's coming off the bench, not a ton in terms of depth for Ortho-New Jersey at the big spot, and that's where Stearns can really take advantage and get to the rim.
Mosley drives, lays it up with the left, gets it to go. Like we said, Ortho is a team who likes to play on the perimeter, feed it into Mike Eamon, let him cook, and if they double, they kick it out to their shooters. And they'll call a push off there. That one will go on Parker Dortch. That's his first. Team's first. Mosley bringing it up for Ortho. Not a true point guard. We're going to have to play the role. Pappas, Coit defending. Pappas with a true size advantage here. Salnave Leaves it in the corner for Dunn. Stripped by Bennett, but they'll call a foul as it'll stay here. Side out for Ortho as Bennett will commit his first foul of the game. Larry Smith has arrived for Stearns Trailer. That is big for them, giving them another guard to defend these perimeter studs for Ortho. Mosley, the three, no good. The rebound goes to Selby. And that three by Dortch is good. Parker Dortch with a very hot start for Stearns Trailer.
Yeah, he's been awesome so far. That's not usually his game either. Kind of has an awkward shooting form, but if the defense leaves him open, he will shoot it.
Dunn from deep. He gets it to go. Ortho needed that.
And speaking of when you leave him open, he'll shoot it. Mike Dunn, he's been a flamethrower from all parts of the floor for this Ortho-New Jersey squad. No Polari brothers tonight, and his brother isn't here either. So, I mean, Mike Dunn is going to have a lot on his plate tonight as one of the primary shooters, and he's open again.
Can't knock it down. That one's tipped out of bounds off of Devin Bennett, and possession will stay with Ortho-New Jersey. We'll probably see Smith check in very soon. Someone else has just walked in for Stearns Trailer. Not sure who it is. Looks like he's signing a waiver, so I don't believe that we have seen him this year.
Yeah, it feels like almost every game Stearns is getting new guys. I mean, their roster is ginormous. And I said this in the first game, one of the problems is just getting their guys to come to these games.
Haven't had Jordan Durkak in a while. Obviously, RJ Cole hasn't showed up. Reynolds and Kale haven't showed up, so they've had to rely on other guys that they've picked up in the midseason, but yet they're still fighting for second place. Campbell, mid-range J, shoots it over Amon and gets it up and in. What a shot by Gene Campbell.
I say this every time I watch a Stearns game with Gene Campbell. It feels like his shots and the ones that go in as well are some of the highest difficulty. I mean, if that's where he's comfortable, then let him cook from there.
Spin, turns back, the jumper no good. Rebounded by Ortho, Salnave bringing it up. Gets the screen from Mosley, posting up the smaller Diggy Coit. Finds the cutting Dunn, gets his defender in the air, lays it in for two. Diggy Coit now bringing it up for Stearns Trailer. He drives to the hole, steps back. Jumper from the free throw line gets it to go. So many of these Stearns Trailer guards can hit shots, like you said, from just such a high difficulty. But we've got a shootout here early, 20-14, and we're not even at the media timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. Just one of the back and forth games. I mean, we've already seen that once tonight, and this one is looking it's already headed for the same way.
Amon with the rebound, leaves it for Salnave. In the corner's Dunn, he'll try it in the far corner, gets it to go. Mike Dunn knocks down the three to cut the lead to three. As we've got a good one here early, back and forth between two great teams. Coit, Pappas defending, gets to his spot and lays it in. Miscommunication there from Ortho. Pappas, whole drive. Tries to leave it in the corner, but deflected by Coit. Dunn, back to Pappas. And Pappas throws that one out of bounds. And that one will take us to the media timeout as Stearns Trailer claims a 5-point lead over Ortho-New Jersey. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the action here from Manasquan High School. Welcome back here to Manasquan High School for the battle of the number 2 seed here for the playoffs, which begins on Wednesday. My name is David Smith, joined alongside Alec, excuse me, I don't know why I said Alan. Mosley leaves it for Amon, loses the handle, but gets it right back and lays that one up and in, as Ortho continues to chip away at that lead.
And sometimes Mike Amon is just so good at making something out of nothing. He lost the ball in the air, but it actually helped him as he got close to the basket, and he just put that one home.
That one no good, rebounded by Tommy Conniff. Mosley looking to push, finds Amon down on the block. Amon versus Bennett, the left hook, no good, rebounded by Larry Smith, who's checking in for the first time. He'll leave it in for Dortch, as Dortch can't finish, rebounded by Tommy Conniff. Mosley leaves it to Pappas in the corner. That three short off the rim. The rebound goes to Devin Bennett. Larry Smith will try the three. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Amon. Pappas, he'll pull up from deep. He gets it to go. Pappas ties the game at 22 with a three from way beyond the arc. Coit gets Pappas in the air. He tries the fadeaway. He can't get it to go. Tommy Conniff the rebound, as he'll leave it for Pappas. Conniff sets the off ball for Dunn. He'll use it. The three from the top of the key, no good, but Conniff is there for the putback. I couldn't box out Tommy Conniff last week, and it looks like they can't either, as he gets the putback in for two, as Ortho has their first lead of the game. Coit tries to seal his defender, leaves it for Campbell. Looks like they missed a double dribble there, as Campbell knocks down the deep two as the shot clock was running down.
And once again, the high degree of difficulty. And it looked like he might have gotten away with a double dribble, but either way, tough shot and make by Gene Campbell.
Pappas leaves it for Conniff. That one is stripped away, but will remain Ortho New Jersey ball. Got a few stubs here for Stearns Trailer. Selby back into the game, and then that's number 14 for Stearns Trailer, who just signed a waiver. We'll get a name on him shortly. Pappas. Larry Smith defending, one of the league's premier defenders. But it doesn't matter. Pappas blows right by him, gets to the rim, and finishes with the right hand.
Yeah, Pappas, his three-point barrage at times really makes you have to step up on him on the outside. He's a capable driver, a good driver too, and showed it there.
Pappas holds the all-time single-season record for threes made at Monmouth, so you know he's very capable. And so is that man who just knocked down that one, Diggy Coit. Averaged 20 points per game last year at Northern Illinois, and has a ton of high majors calling for him this year in the transfer portal, as they'll call a foul there on Larry Smith. Mosley will get a pair at the line. 30 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
And you mentioned Diggy Coit. He's got a lot of high major interest. He's got Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Villanova after him. He's still in the portal. He was granted an extra year of eligibility. He got the waiver from the NCAA a couple of weeks ago, so looks like some schools were waiting for that okay before they started to contact him, and he just has that ball on a string. His handle's so quick, and he can just rise up from anywhere and drain it, as it looks like Amon will check back in.
Not only does he, I mean, you know who he reminds me a ton of is Justin Robinson.
Absolutely.
Play very similarly, very shifty, and have a great handle and are willing passers. But both just tremendous players. And if we could see them play against each other in the playoffs, I think we'd be in for a treat. Campbell, and he knocks it down. That's his spot. He is a great shooter and shoots it at a very high clip from the mid-range.
He is, and that play was made by Larry Smith, of course, doing the dirty work on defense, getting a nice steal in the backcourt off the rebound as well.
Pappas, 4 seconds. Floater, he can't get it to go, and we will have a 2-point game heading into the second quarter after Pappas couldn't convert on the floater from right underneath the rim. as Stearns trailer holds a 2-point lead going into the second quarter.
Yeah, just a really fun game by both sides and two kind of different styles. Stearns has gotten it done, really going towards the rim and the mid-range, and of course, Ortho doing it as they always do, the three-point barrage.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the action as Stearns trailer and Ortho New Jersey battle it out for second place. Welcome back here at the Jersey Shore. David Smith and Alec Krauthamel. We have a 2-point game going into the second quarter. Coit, step back, three, no good. Rebounded by Tommy Conniff. Good shot there from Coit, couldn't get it to go. Dunn, elbow jump shot. He ties things up. And there's also Kevin Mateo here now as well. That's a big addition for them, as that one goes out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of a high pass from Mateo, but Mateo does add a huge component to the Stearns team as just another guard who can handle the ball really well. He's quick with it and can get to the rim. I mean, that's just another aspect of this Stearns team that they need.
Pappas from deep, no good. The rebound goes to Mateo. Coit pushing in transition, finishes with the right on the weak side. Good take from Diggy Coit. Here's Goldstein. Crossover in the corner. Salnave from deep. He gets it to go. Welcome back, Ray Salnave. And count the bucket. What a tough finish there from Parker Dortch to finish through the contact from Tommy Conniff.
Yeah, and I think this is a good lineup. You got Devin Bennett and Parker Dortch serving as the bigs, but Dortch isn't the traditional big, and when he's matched up against Conniff, he's got a mismatch advantage in terms of just his ability to move with the ball. And he showed it on that one, just blown by him.
Much more athletic.
Absolutely.
Offensive rebound to Smith, who was the smallest guy in there for the rebound, and he still found a way to get the board. That's how Larry Smith works. Goldstein. Step back three, no good. Tipped out to Dunn by Conniff. Goldstein will try the three. He can't get it to go. Bennett tips it out to Coit. Coit will push, no numbers. Finds Mateo cross court. Bennett tipped away, but somehow Dortch finds Larry Smith at the top of the key, who knocks down the three.
Yeah, Larry Smith, the right place, right time. A bit of a disjointed possession. The ball got tipped away, but it ends in an open three. And when you're going up against Ortho New Jersey, open threes are always the matchup.
That three no good by Dunn. Rebounded by Diggy Coit, who finds Larry Smith. Can he hit two in a row? He can't. Rebounded by Goldstein, who finds Salnave. He looks to push. Dunn, Pappas in the corner. No good, way off, as that one was long. Rebounded by Dortch, who finds Bennett. Bennett cross court to Mateo. Mateo into Smith as he finishes through the contact as Stearns takes an 8-point lead. And Ortho's seen enough, they need a timeout.
Yeah, and they are just using the size advantage and the advantage at the rim to their benefit, growing this 8-point lead. And Ortho hasn't been able to be as consistent from beyond the arc in the second quarter so far. I'm sure they just want to stick to that game plan, but maybe take a breath and just slow it down a little bit and try to see how they can stop Stearns at the rim.
Gonna have to make some adjustments defensively for sure, as Stearns is getting whatever they want on the offensive end, whether it be from beyond the arc or in close. But offense hasn't been the problem for either team. Both teams getting quality looks, not always converting them, but getting the looks that you would want in order to put yourself in a position to succeed. But now, with Dunn on the bench, that's one less shooter on the floor for Ortho, but still have to worry about guys like Mosley and Pappas, obviously. Salnave, not the highest percentage shooter from deep, but definitely capable. Mosley takes it to the rim, and he'll go to the line for two. Looks like they will get Diggy Coit on the foul. Never mind, they will get Mason Jones. Mosley at the line. Knocks down the rims out. Was halfway in and rimmed out. Second free throw from Mosley. Gets that one to go. Nothing but net. 7-point lead now for the white and blue. As that three from Dortch is good. Parker Dortch has been phenomenal.
He really has. These last few games for Stearns as well, just so good at being the energizer and the guy who can always give you a boost when you need something.
Is that one no good? Good outlet pass from Smith as Mason Jones lays it in for two. Pappas leads it for Salnave. Salnave, good, strong take, and he lays it in, plus the foul. Salnave, the Monmouth alum, also spent time at UMBC and DePaul, but a very tough finish in there from in close.
Yeah, that's really good body control in the air. He gets the bump when he's going up with it and still stays in the air and puts up a good shot. And when you get that, it always has a chance to go in. And now a chance for a three-point play. That's not an easy thing to do at all when you get the bump either. It's just you can always just flip it up and, you know, maybe even get it close. But not everyone can just stay in their position and get it to fall when they get the contact.
Salnave with the opportunity to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. He cannot, and it's rebounded by Dortch. And that one is turned over by Jones, stolen away by Goldstein. Goldstein spins, kicks it back into Mosley. A lot of contact, no call. The outlet to Jones, not a good one. But he's able to contain it, finds Smith, one more to Mateo. And they'll reset. Jones takes the three, no good, strong. Rebounded by Mosley, but turned over as Campbell, the mid-range, automatic.
Absolutely. He's just so good from that area, and you can't leave him open either. But great job by Stearns just going at it on the boards. They've done this the last few possessions. They're just surrounding Ortho, New Jersey.
That three is good by Pappas. That was a big one. They were down 12. That'll cut it to single digits. Larry Smith from deep, he can't get it to go. An off shooting night so far for him. Pappas will pull up from deep three-point range, in and out. Larry Smith with the rebound. He leaves it for Campbell. Campbell from three, no good. The rebound goes to Pappas. Pappas pushes. Poked away from behind by Smith. Amon will try the three. Short, the board by Campbell. Larry Smith now on the opposite wing. He'll leave it for Mateo. Mateo, the former D3 Player of the Year at Brookdale before transferring to Dominican College, a D2 school. Won a national championship at Brookdale.
And he's got just such a quick first step. But one of his signature moves is that spin move that he does with the ball. Really nice control on it, too. Kind of like Coit, where he's got a really good handle and can really move with the ball as well. And he's been one of the spark plugs all year long, one of the constant faces in play for Stearns Trail, and a big reason why they can clinch the 2 seed with a win.
Mateo knocks down the first. Dunn checking in for Pappas, giving him a short breather. Going to be tough to go on a little bit of a run without him, especially down 10.
Yeah, Dunn's a great shooter. I think he is probably on a similar level caliber shooter to Pappas, but Pappas just adds a whole new dimension with his play off the dribble as well. Dunn is definitely more of a spot-up shooter, but he can go off the dribble, but Pappas is probably at his best when he's pulling up or going to the rim.
Here's Goldstein. Leaves it for Mosley. In the corner, open is Salnave. That three too strong. The rebound goes to Campbell. He looks to push, finds Mateo. Mateo will try the three, no good. The long rebound goes to Goldstein. Goldstein, top of the key, leaves it for Dunn. Dunn, the triple, pure. Jason Dunn knocks down the three to cut the lead back to single digits, as Ortho is still finding a way to stay in this game. Coit, beautiful move, step back three, nothing but net. That is absolutely beautiful basketball right there.
And once again, he saw Dunn get a little bit of happy feet trying to guard him, not letting himself get blown by, but that opens up the step back and a beautiful move.
Great feed there from Salnave into the corner, but Dunn couldn't execute on the three. Driving in is Mateo, no basket, Mosley takes the charge. Great job there by Jagan Mosley to get position. And that will take us to the first half media timeout here in the second quarter. 11-point lead for Stearns Trailer. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the first half here. We are back here, 4 minutes left in the second quarter as Stearns Trailer claims an 11-point lead. I'm David Smith, joined alongside Alec Krauthamel. We thought that the first game could have been a little bit of a blowout. That came down to the final minute and a half or so. We thought this one would be much closer, and this is an 11-point game. But still a lot of game left. There's a beautiful take by Mosley, couldn't finish. Rebounded by Mateo, leaves it for Larry Smith, and he finishes with the right. Pappas now, starting to become danger time for Ortho. Pappas, and he travels. Looked like there was a little bit of contact. The official let him play through, but if there was no foul, it was definitely a walk there by George.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to just get through the double team a little bit too much there.
Coit. He'll try the three. He is just automatic, an absolute sniper. Amon now has the much smaller Selby defending, and he converts. It's been a slow game so far from Amon, but able to convert there. That three rebounded by Campbell. Campbell feeds it to Mateo. Mateo, nothing but net from the top of the key.
And Kevin Mateo is another one of those guys for Stearns that can really heat up from the perimeter. We mentioned his ability to get to the rim, but he can hit from three as well.
That one goes right into the hands of Dunn, right place at the right time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Mateo, step back three, pure! Kevin Mateo Starting to heat up now for Stearns. That rebound goes to Mateo after getting tipped by Amon. Smith leaves it. Coit, no good. Rebound goes to Campbell. Smith finds Selby, no good. That goes to Pappas after getting tipped by Dunn. Pappas will try the step back three. Much needed three there from Pappas.
Yeah, very much needed, and it feels like because this Ortho team is so streaky with how they play, a lot of deficits aren't that formidable to them. So we'll see how they continue to respond as the second half and the first half ends, the second half comes along.
That three no good by Mateo, rebounded by Pappas. Long outlet to Salnave, no whistle. Salnave tips it out to Dunn. Good pump fake off the dribble, the triple. He gets it to go, and there's a technical foul, I believe called on Pappas.
Yeah, he's been vocal about the lack of calls that this Ortho team has been getting over the past few possessions. And he's a guy that really plays the game with his heart on his sleeve. If he's feeling something, he'll let you know about it, whether that's good or bad. And he's letting the officials know that, you know, they're getting away with a lot of contact as Coit hits the technical free throw. And, I mean, that can be good and bad for your team. But Pappas is a guy that he's going to play the way he plays, and, I mean, obviously he's working out pretty well for him. He had the second highest scoring output in the entire season last game out. He had 47 points.
Oh, I'm well aware. Yep. Wasn't fun being on the other end of that. But in our interview with George earlier this year, he's been in the booth once after receiving player of the game. Well, with me. I got to interview him once. He said that he has matured a lot as a player, and he was known previously for being a little bit of a hothead, but you could see that he has matured. Obviously, still going to have those moments, but you love to see a player play with as much passion and like plays with their heart on every single play like George Pappas does.
Absolutely. He went a little bit viral his freshman year at Monmouth in that Kansas game, stealing the ball and going up for the dunk down, what was it, 45? But
something like that.
And he matured into one of the best players for Monmouth, and now he's playing professionally in Greece. I mean, like you said, you're going to see some flashes of that emotion come out, but that's a good thing. You don't want a guy to just kind of go through the motions. You want a guy who's going to leave it all out there when it's all said and done.
Dunn finds Pappas. 10 on the shot clock. Deep three from George. No good. Rebound goes to Diggy Coit. Coit finds Dortch. Gets the screen. Wanted Dortch to roll. Weren't on the same page there, as Coit will get charged with a turnover.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there. He wanted him to roll. He kind of faded out towards the basket. That would have been a really nice pass had it gone through both defenders. That would have been a nice opportunity for an assist. But either way, I mean, 15-point lead, a lot of it thanks to Diggy Coit. He's been awesome so far tonight.
The last shot now belongs to Ortho, New Jersey, if they choose. Pappas gets a screen from Amon. Amon will have to put up the three. No good, short off the iron. As Stearns trailer a 15-point lead at halftime, they've been firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely. It's just been so fun to watch this team. I mean, they went on that, I guess you could say, mini slump after winning 20 straight games. They lost 2 straight, but the core that they have right now has really settled in nicely, and they've started to connect well together, and they have just flexed their muscles down low in particular, especially going against a big tandem of Mike Amon and Tommy Conniff. That's not easy to do, but I mean, 15-point lead. With this Ortho New Jersey playing style, they love to shoot the three, and they can get hot quickly, and this game's not over yet.
When we come back, we will have the second half action between Ortho New Jersey and Stearns Trailer here in Manasquan.
tonight.
Yeah. We are back. Stearns trailer ball here to start the second half. I'm David Smith, joined alongside my great color commentator, Alec Krauthamel. Is that step back jumper no good from Devin Bennett? A lot of game left. Pappas very close to getting another technical foul, which would throw him out of the game. So George got to be careful, because not only would that kick him out of the rest of the game, it also mean no round one of the playoffs for him as well.
Yeah, he did the smart thing there, just walking away and removing himself. He gave a little bit of a clap after Mike Amon drew the foul, probably thinking, all right, we finally got a call going our way. But smart move of just getting away from it and removing himself from any chance of getting any kind of second technical, because you're right, that would be disastrous for this Ortho team. They lose their best player for not only the rest of this game, but for round one as well. And again, no Polari brothers tonight, or Jason Dunn, who played in the last game for Ortho.
What's crazy, too, is, I mean, Pappas is arguing a lot about the lack of foul calls. It is 8-3 in Ortho's favor so far tonight. So the fouls are going their way. He just thinks it should be more than 8-3. Dortch, Conniff guarding, and they'll get Conniff for the touch foul.
Yeah, and that time, another example of the mismatch that Dortch provides on Conniff. The old adage always says, play defense with your feet and not your hands. And that time, Conniff played defense with his hands as Dortch was going past him. No choice but to foul.
Diggy Coit, top of the key. Gets the screen from Selby, but Pappas picked his pocket, and he lays it in for two. Coit gets another chance at Pappas here. ISO leaves it in the corner for Campbell. Into the post to Dortch. Back to Campbell. The triple rims out, rebounded by Amon. Pappas now walking it up the floor. Finds Mosley on the opposite wing. He'll try the triple. Can't get the friendly roll. Conniff tips it to Amon. Amon kicks it back out to Mosley to reset. Amon, Euro, finish with the right, rims out. Rebounded by Devin Bennett. Bennett leaves it for Selby. Selby to Dortch. Dortch the three, can't get it to go. And they'll call Gene Campbell for a loose ball foul.
It feels like Ortho's started to get back into this game. They just haven't been able to hit the shots consistently yet that they need to in order to really put a dent in the deficit. And Stearns has been able to keep up their energy at the rim as well. And Ortho's going to have to start hitting from the outside more consistently if they want to cut into this lead.
Dunn in the corner, that three, no good. Ortho typically a team very hot from beyond the arc, not shooting their typical percentage from deep tonight, so they're going to have to figure it out either from beyond the arc or to find a new way to be able to come back and defeat Stearns Trailer. Pappas had his pocket picked by Bennett, but Dunn retains possession. Amon, Mosley, no good. They just can't get anything to fall from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating because they're getting good looks, and this is a team that lives and dies by the three-point line.
And meanwhile, Diggy Coit is pulling up from Wall High School and knocking it down. Pappas lays it in for two. Bennett finds Campbell. Got to that mid-range spot that he loves but couldn't execute. Pappas Finds Mosley in the corner. He draws the contact and smartly puts it up, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, really smart play by Mosley. Good job with the ball fake, too, getting the defender in the air and then attacking. The defender comes down and is in his way, so he just flips up the shot and gets himself 2 free throws. That's a really smart play with the ball in your hands coming off the dribble.
Mosley can't knock down the first. Mateo checking back in for Stearns. He'll replace Gene Campbell. Second free throw from Mosley, good. Splits a pair for the second time tonight. Coit, Pappas defending. Had the step back the first time, chose not to take it. Dortch, Conniff defending. He'll try the triple, and he gets it to go. Everything seems to be falling for Stearns. Nothing seems to be falling for Ortho.
Yeah, Dortch, not usually a three-point shooter, but he's looked really comfortable doing it tonight in particular. As tough pass by Pappas, a little bit of miscommunication with Conniff, and another turnover for Ortho. And yeah, you mentioned it. Everything going right for Stearns so far. I mean, coming into the third quarter, Dortch 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Hasn't kept up that perfect streak, but when you get 3 threes from Parker Dortch, in addition to everything else that he provides on the floor outside of scoring, you know you're in a good spot.
Coit with it now. Leaves it for Dortch again. He'll try another triple. This one no good. Rebounded by Tommy Conniff. Salnave finds Dunn in the corner. Good hand by Smith, but didn't matter. Dunn knocks it down.
Yeah, just one of those shooters where it doesn't matter if you put a hand in his face. If he's got the poise, he can still knock it down.
Coit, step back 3. You know it.
Ooh, he put Pappas on skates there as well. It's his go-to move. He's so comfortable with it. He's practiced it so much, and I mean, just so good at creating space with it, and he's such a dynamic shooter.
Amon, blocked by Bennett. He thought there was a foul. Coit. The reverse, he gets it to go. Diggy Coit's been phenomenal.
He's got a great combo of dribble moves. When you can combine that step back, as it looks like a foul, that'll be either on Bennett or probably Gene Campbell, or Larry Smith, excuse me. When you have that combination where you can create space with the step back and then combo it into a really nice crossover going downhill, it really makes you, it's one of the most dangerous 1-2 moves you can have in your arsenal as a ball handler going at the rim, because when you create space with the step back 3 and you can hit the shot like Coit has done all night long, defenders kind of have to lunge at it, and when you can combine that with the hesitation crossover towards the rim, it's almost impossible to stop unless you put a second defender on him.
That will take us to the media timeout. We'll have a short break, but we'll be back here for the rest of the action. We are back here after the media timeout. 19-point lead for Stearns Trailer, as it's looking like they're well on their way to the number 2 overall seed, as they would take on Larson Ford in the first round of the playoffs. That deep 3 from Dunn, no good. Long offensive rebound to Mike Amon, and he is pushed out of bounds by Dortch, and that will put Stearns over the limit and send Amon to the line.
Yeah, it feels like Stearns has been very physical on defense. And I think that kind of has to do with their play style as a whole as well. Ortho is more content with, kind of playing on the outside. And, I mean, Stearns is trying to be physical at the rim. It hasn't hurt them so far. They're still up 19, but, I mean, a lot of aggressiveness at the rim. And Amon's a guy who, he may not be the fastest guy out there, but he seems like he's always down there getting involved at the rim. always getting rebounds, always trying to put something up at the rim. He's a sneaky good scorer as he misses the first free throw. He's got an interesting shot for him. He's got a really high release and puts a lot of spin on the ball. But he's got that really good post hook that goes kind of underrated in a team full of dead-eye shooters like Ortho-New Jersey has.
Was a first-team All-JSBL selection last year. Has struggled a little bit to find his footing this year. Mateo from deep, he gets it to go. Stern's trailer is on fire. Whoever touches the ball seems as if they're making a three. Pappas from deep, much needed to cut the lead to 18. Mateo, another three. A rare miss. Salnave able to save it into the hands of Pappas. Pappas finds Dunn. Dunn from deep. No good. Rebounded by Coit. Coit from deep. Crazy. I mean, I'm just speechless. I don't even know what to say anymore.
He's unbelievable. He's come into the Stearns team. I mean, he kind of came out of nowhere and what has been a complete star for this team, been the exact go-to piece that they've needed.
Just so similar to Justin Robinson in the way they play and the way they knock down those difficult shots off the dribble. But just absolute microwaves. Here's Mason Jones, sweet behind the back, gets done in the air. What a great move from Mason Jones, and he finishes through the contact.
Yeah, really nice move there, and we haven't seen Mason Jones a whole lot so far for Stearns trailer, but he's fit in nicely as well. I mean, a lot of these Stearns guys, we haven't seen them a ton, but they just look like they're gelling really well together, and some of these mainstays, guys like Mateo and Campbell, as well as Parker Dortch, and now Diggy Coit stepping in. I mean, it just looks like they're connecting really well. And it looks like Conniff will check back in for Eamon. Or not. I think that was...
The scorer's table didn't look too happy with that.
I think that was an inadvertent substitution since he wasn't the free throw shooter.
Mosley finishes with the left. There's the quick lay-in by Mason Jones. Mason Jones played last year for WCT. That one no good. Stolen away by Salnave. He'll find Pappas. No good. He gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Dunn. Dunn wide open, pure.
Yeah, the connection that Pappas and Dunn have and have had all year long, it's really special. They're always seeing each other on the floor, and it feels like every single time they pass it to one another, they're finding an open three.
Mateo behind the back feed to Bennett, who finds Smith. Smith the floater, no good. Rebound to Jagan Mosley. Mosley behind the back. A lot of contact from Smith, no call. Mosley finds himself open from deep. He can't knock it down. Offensive rebound, Ray Salnave into the corner to Dunn. Dunn has no choice but to throw it away. Mateo to Smith on the break, lays it up and in.
That was the jelly move by Larry Smith. Good contest by George Pappas, but he just flips it up, the nice flick of the wrist, and gets that one to go. And it's now a 21-point lead for Stearns. They have destroyed this game.
Salnave, he knocks it down. Lead is now 19, as there is just over a minute left to play in the third quarter. Mateo from deep, he knocks it down. And Stearns trailer is on their way to the number 2 seed here in the JSBL.
I talked about how it hasn't really been a ton of threes in the first half, at least. They were doing a lot of it at the rim with Coit mixing in some threes. But, I mean, in this second half and third quarter, it's just been a complete avalanche from the perimeter.
Jones wanted a screen. but didn't realize that the shot clock was winding down, had to hoist it up, airballed it for the shot clock violation.
Bit of a disjointed possession offensively. It looked like as the shot clock was winding down, they weren't really sure what they wanted to do with it. I mean, hard to get too upset, though, when you're up by 22 points.
Salnave kicks it out to Dunn. Pappas stripped. And there's a push there on Mason Jones. Pappas will go to the line with Stearns being over the limit.
It looks like Mason Jones just got a technical. Him and Pappas were kind of jawing after the foul. And Pappas was smart to once again just walk away, trying to avoid that second foul. But Jones kept talking, and the officials didn't like what he was saying, and he got teed up. And it looks like Jones is still talking to Pappas. And, I mean, Pappas is very smart to just ignore it all. This Ortho team cannot afford to lose him for any extended stretch of gameplay.
Jones had a few technical fouls last year in the JSBL for WCT. Definitely not one to shy away from talking trash.
Yeah, it looks
Coach
like
telling him to sub out.
It looks like he's just trying to get in. He's trying to express his displeasure with the foul call and also trying to get into Pappas' head. And Pappas, like you said, as his time at Monmouth went on, he definitely matured. If this was Monmouth freshman year George Pappas, we may be looking at a different story here. And as a professional now, he's really grown into, you know, like we talked about later on in the second quarter as it went on, you know. He still has those flashes of emotion, which you love to see, but then he also knows when to rein it in at the right times, and he's avoided getting that second technical.
Pappas knocks them both down. Lead is back to 19. 6 seconds left. Mateo gets the screen, stripped away. He'll have to hoist, can't get it to go. It's a 19-point lead here for Stearns Trailer as they look well on their way to coast to the end and finish as that number 2 seed right before playoff time. Don't go anywhere. When we'll come back, we'll have the last quarter. We are back here for the fourth quarter here between Ortho-NJ and Stearns Trailer. Salnave drives to the cup, can't finish. Rebound by Dunn. Conniff can't secure that pass from Dunn as it's a turnover. Mateo drives to the rim, finishes with the right hand. That one will go out of bounds. Salnave. Larry Smith defending. Turnaround jumper. Nice move there from Salnave.
That really is a nice move. The half spin, turn around into a fadeaway. That's not an easy shot either. And Larry Smith playing some tough defense as he always does. Nice shot to cut it to 19.
Dortch from deep. He's had the hot hand all night. Doesn't matter where he's been on the floor, he is executed. And Salnave gets the friendly bounce as he knocks down the triple. That three-point attempt, no good from Coit. Pappas leaves it for Dunn in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Dortch. Salnave the pass to Pappas, leaves it back for Salnave. He can't knock down the triple, but Mosley's there for the putback.
Yeah, it's still a 19-point game, but Stearns trailer, they can't really lift their foot off the gas pedal, knowing this Ortho-New Jersey team, they can score points quickly in a hurry. Just got to keep moving as Larry Smith hits another mid-range jumper. Just got to keep moving within your offense. Can't take your foot off the gas.
Coit. The fact they didn't call a foul there is wild. He was literally hugging him.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising. Still got it to fall anyways.
Put back there from Tommy Conniff.
And once again, can't get too careful. I mean, it's an 18-point game now. Still good amount of a lead, but still can't get careful enough. As another nice move to the rim by Coit. This team can score in a hurry, and luckily Stearns has been able to keep up the scoring. It's still a 20-point game, but I mean, still got to keep that in mind.
Salnave. Can't finish through the contact, but he'll go to the line for a pair. First free throw from Salnave, good. The lead still 19. Feel like it's been at 19 for the past 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it really has. Ortho has been starting to wake up on offense. I mean, it's not like they've been bad on offense, but they've been starting to get more consistent. That one, wow, runs around the rim twice and rims out. But Stearns has really been able to keep up with the scoring, and that's why this game has stayed at a couple of arms lengths away for Stearns.
Dunn lost the handle. Campbell from deep, can't get it to go. Dortch, the offensive rebound, slams it back in. Pappas leaves it for Amon. Coit gives it to Mateo. Mateo back to Coit. Unselfish basketball. I think Mateo might have just wanted the assist there as Ortho New Jersey calls a timeout.
Yeah, free assist there for Mateo. Not great transition defense from Ortho. And Parker Dortch looked to us and signaled the three. That's a nice three-pointer for Coit once again. He has been one of the breakout candidates. I would say if he had played for Stearns the entire season, he would be up for an all-JSBL team if he kept up that production.
Without a doubt. Not sure. Yeah, I think they're going to make this the media. So we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have the rest of the action between Ortho and Stearns. We are back here for the home stretch of Game 2 of Night 1 this week. We have 4 days of JSBL action. Going to be a fun one. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to play, as Stearns is running away with it. Even though they might not have some of their core guys that they had last year, you know they were going to reload. Salnave will try the three. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Gene Campbell. Diggy Coit bringing it up. A lot of contact there. No foul called. Stolen away by Goldstein. He'll try the mid-range J. No good. Rebound goes to Parker Dortch. Dortch sweep behind the back as he lays it in for 2.
Yeah, beautiful move there by Dortch. He doesn't always look the most comfortable running the floor in transition with the ball in his hands, but that time just went behind the back, got past the defense, and it was a sweet move to keep this lead way up.
Campbell gets the screen from Dortch. Leaves it for Kevin Mateo as he lays it in for 2. He's just so explosive once he gets the ball in his hands.
He really is. He has a great first step, and he's able to rise into his motion, whether that's doing the jumper or going to the rim. He's really quick with it and just a great player to have the ball in his hands.
Coit lost the handle, stolen away by Salnave, who leaves it for Goldstein, pinned by Mateo. But Dunn is able to get there and put it back in for 2. Campbell, seen a lot of ISO ball tonight for Stearns, but luckily for them, they have 5 guys that can all score one-on-one at a very high clip. So that's why they've scored 117 points and counting tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They just have so many guys that can break you down off the dribble. Whether it's Gene Campbell moving to his mid-range spot, Parker Dortch, especially when he's matched up against a big like Conniff. You got Coit, who can really break down anybody. There's so many different guys, Mateo as well. Just so many different guys that can just break you down off the dribble and get to the rim. And even if they don't get to the rim, they can really get a good advantage point on you and set up one of their shooters on the outside or even set up another ISO possession.
Coit missed the first free throw. Rare occurrence for him. 25-point lead now for Stearns. Salnave, strong take to the rack. Couldn't finish with the left, as that one goes off of Ray Salnave, apparently. Coit finds Campbell. Pull up from deep. He gets it to go, and Stearns continues to pour it on. 121 points with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, they put on a complete avalanche in the second half. A basketball clinic in terms of scoring, shooting, pretty much any kind of offensive action you want.
Pappas, no good. The rebound to Diggy Coit.
Yeah, impressive job by Parker Dortch of staying in front of Pappas, as that three from Coit won't fall, and being physical with him to force him to take the tough fall-away jumper.
Salnave finds Pappas on the block, who kicks it back out to Mike Amon. That three short, the rebound by Gene Campbell. He finds Devin Bennett, who will pull up from 3 in the far corner. He gets it to go. It's raining threes here in Manasquan, and Stearns Trailer is on the other end of it.
Yeah, the way that the three-point barrage has gone on for Stearns in the second half, it feels like the jerseys are switched. This is Ortho-New Jersey shooting, but no, Stearns has just been excellent.
Good shot there from Pappas. Lead is now 28. That one turned over by Dortch. He wanted a kick. Pappas will try another 3 from the corner, gets that one to go. Coit now blows by Goldstein and lays it in with the right. Both these teams just running up and down now. Not too much defense anymore. I mean, not too much defense to begin with when you give up 126 points. As Pappas lays it in.
I feel like I say this every single game, but Coit's really showing some of these. He's given a lot of good film for some of these high major head coaches. As a nice 3 there from Anthony Lee to put up even more points. Just giving a lot of film for these high major coaches. That he's just a guy who can give you instant offense, whether that's with or without the ball in his hands, going on the ISO or dishing it off. Just such an electric creator of offense that, I mean, honestly, this league, I know it isn't the highest level, but he has put on an absolute clinic with the ball in his hands for every single game that he's shown up for. It makes sense that there are 3 of the highest level basketball programs in the country after him for this season.
As Pappas lays it up and the foul. Coit gave him a high 5 right after. Pappas at the line for 1.
It looks like Parker Dortch just picked up his 6th, but 3/4 of the Stearns Trailer bench have taken off their jerseys, so they were a little bit unprepared, but the one guy that didn't, Mason Jones, is coming back in. I don't think he's been back in the game since picking up that technical against Pappas.
This will be his first time back.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was ready for any kind of substitution on the Stearns Trailer bench.
I'll be honest, because since we don't get the score sheets, and unless it's every quarter, I had no idea that Dortch had 5 fouls either. So this will likely be the last possession for Stearns. Coit will take the 3, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Amon. See if they'll dribble it out here. Pappas finds Salnave in the corner. Back to Pappas from deep. Gets it to go. Here comes Stearns. Coit gives it to Pappas as he can't knock it down at the buzzer. And it's let me do the math, a 24-point victory for Stearns Trailer as they defeat Ortho, New Jersey, as they will claim 2nd place in the JSBL playoffs and take on Larson Ford in the first round.
I think the Stearns team has really found a core around guys like Mateo and Campbell and Larry Smith and Parker Dortch and Diggy Coit especially. You can have those 5 guys here for the playoffs. I think Stearns is in a really good spot, and they'll have an interesting matchup against, looking like, I think Larson Ford's already locked into that 7 seed, but it'll be a really interesting matchup, especially as the playoffs go on.
When we come back, we will have the post-game player of the game interview, so stay tuned for when we come back. David Smith of the Jersey Shore Basketball League, joined alongside Stearns Trailer head coach Christine Hatfield, the first ever women's head coach in the history of the league. Christine, great win for you guys. Now the number 2 seed in the playoffs will take on Larson Ford in the first round. An absolutely great game all around from you guys. Scored 131 points, the most by any team this season. Coit with 40, Dortch with 23, and then Mateo with 22. All guys who really did it with the ball in their hands. A lot of isolation, guys getting it on the perimeter and doing their own thing. Not a lot of ball movement, but you guys have the talent where you can kind of do your own thing, setting screens and doing your own thing. So what's it like having a roster like that where you just have all the talent in the world?
Honestly, it's I say this all the time, but we haven't really had the same 5 guys starting any game that I've coached this season. So the fact that we can still be where we are and be competing for second place tonight, I think is fantastic. I mean, these guys are so talented, and when they play defense, it matters. And on nights when we come out and we really defend, it's really hard to beat us, and it just transitions into our offense.
And scoring 131 points, you're not going to lose many games.
No.
But obviously,
No.
the defense pretty good today. I mean, Mike Amon, even though they scored 110 points, Mike Amon only 8 points, and he's one of, if not the most dominant big man in this league. So how did Parker do a great job of shutting him down low on the block?
I think they just bodied up on him, and you could hear our bench yelling. They know what he does. They've played against him enough that they know what he likes to do. He likes to finish over that left shoulder, and they just defended today, and then they boxed out. So grabbing boards and going down the other end, I loved when we had our quick guards out there, David, Larry, and Kevin Mateo. Those 3 get the ball moving down the court, going the other way, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. They're quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So you talked about continuity. Who do you expect to have as your core going into this playoffs? Obviously, you haven't had a lot of the same guys like you talked about. So who are you planning on having for this playoff stretch looking to repeat as the champions?
I like the team that we had here today. Parker and Kevin and Larry. Gene coming back. We haven't had Gene for a couple games. Kevin Mateo and Selby. I mean, that crew right there, when they're all together and they're playing as a unit, they're hard to beat. They're really hard to beat. And then you bring Dev off the bench, and and we have a couple other guys that are still not even here tonight. So I think our biggest struggle has been getting the same crew here, so they can build that chemistry on the court. But these guys have been playing together a long time. That crew that I just mentioned, and I think they do well together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Great win and good luck in the playoffs as you guys have officially clinched the number 2 seed.
Thank you. We're ready to compete.